Hello and welcome once again to Let's Play Baldur's Gate. This is Policy of Madness. Last time we cleared out the carnival. Then we came here and we cleared out the Ankhegs. Except for the ones in this little hole. That's what we're going to do first today.
Nothing to it.
We're not, however, going to finish up his quest. I realized that we could get some extra gold for another Ankheg shell in Baldur's Gate, but we're not going to worry about that right now.
Whatever you want.
Already badly injured. Alright. You're dead. Alright, come on, dude. More things I think I can't sell. It's always funny to me when things get beat to death by my little sorcerer who ought to be a complete weakling, but isn't. I think through here I should only encounter one Ankheg at a time. Never two at once. My thought, anyway. Oh, near death already. Did I get an extra... Oh, I did. That's where it's coming from. I got an extra flame arrow. Okay, that's good. What do we got in the pack? I'm gonna have to carry a dead body here shortly. That was kind of interesting. I need to rest here shortly. Let's go out and rest. Been reading more of the Snark Squad's takedown of 50 Shades of Grey, and realizing that it's even more fucked up than I originally thought.
If you say so.
Because it does have these moments when his body's never going to go away because he was a party member. I wonder what happens when they're chunked. If you have them in your party and they're chunked, does the little chunky bit stay there forever? I actually bet it does. There are many moments. Okay, well, in case you've never read this book, which I actually haven't either, Christian Grey is super controlling. He won't even let late in the book, in the second book, he won't even let Anna, the chick in the book, drive. And she accepts this. You know, he's like, I don't want you driving because it might be dangerous. You might get into an accident or some such bullshit like that. Let's use another arrow. He tells her that, you know, he loves her so much and he doesn't want her to become injured, so he doesn't want her to drive just in case she's in a car accident. And of course, you know, that's complete bullshit. And the book has these moments where it's kind of self-aware, you know, of how much bullshit this is, because Anna, it's from her point of view. It's like actually from first person point of view. And she'll think to herself, or she may actually even say to him, you know, you are super controlling and I hate it. You are ridiculously controlling, you're overbearing, you're smothering me. I think she actually at one point uses the word smothering to describe him. She never calls it abuse, which is what it is. I mean, when you think that you know, have the right to tell your significant other that she's not even allowed to drive because you just love her so much, you know, that's fucking abuse, okay? Adult human beings are allowed to drive and do things on their own. I really need a, one of those, yeah. Can't remember if that's poison. I think it's poison. If he hits me and I miss my save. But it might also be slow, which would suck. No, it's not hold. You know, adult human beings are allowed to drive. And other people are not allowed to tell them that they cannot do this basic thing that every person in the United States does at some point or another. Where is he? I don't see him. Oh, okay. And he wants to know where she is at all times, and at one point he won't even let her go to work without, you know, a chaperone, essentially. Oh, shit. It was weird. I don't think I've ever heard that noise from an Ankheg before. Okay. Don't really feel like clearing this out a second time, so I'm gonna go grab, what's his name's son's dead body and do half of his quest. Do I have enough? I don't know if I have enough weight. Maybe I'll have to do this later. I think it'll be alright. we're good. And every now and then, Anna realizes, and she has this moment of self-awareness, that this is completely abusive and he's treating her like a little child. And, you know, wanting to know where your significant other is at every moment of the day.
That's what you want.
It's not romantic, okay? That's fucking abusive. But she always forgives him. She always somehow comes up with an excuse as to why it's actually okay if it's him.
'Twill be hard going without my son.
Okay. Now we can come back and give him like 100 gold or something. And get a reputation point. We're gonna do that later.
Whatever you desire.
The problem is that it's not that, you know, it's not the abuse per se, like I said last time, and it's not the fact that she realizes that it's abuse, which is actually good. It's the fact that she realizes that it's abuse, but then makes excuses for it anyway. Like, no. No, abuse is not good. Not even when it's framed as romance. Maybe especially not when it's framed as romance. But in a way I can kind of see how a certain type of individual might consider that to be romantic, because especially when you're young and you're experiencing love for the first, you know, second or third time, and you're deeply attracted to someone, you sometimes might want to be attached to them at the hip. I mean, that's a common response, really.
Is that all?
Like I said, especially among young people. But also, people who are not young will fall for that, too. I have very little magic. Don't think I want to travel without it. Okay. Drop off a little shit here. Then we're going to go to Beregost. Do some cleanup.
Nothing to it.
Wanting to be attached to somebody at the hip and wanting to never let them out of your sight is actually a pretty common reaction for people who are not very sophisticated in love. So I have to kind of conclude that the author, who's an adult woman, is not very sophisticated if she thinks that this is romantic. And I think that someone who doesn't really comprehend the difference between romance and abuse, she probably should not be writing romance novels. I thought the journey between those two maps was only 4 hours. I don't know what gave me that idea.
Whatever you want.
Whoops. Well, I'm going to Beregost anyway. I might as well just take that. That's stuff I may eventually want. In fact, I know
Just
eventually I'll
ask.
want it. Demon summoning is not going to be happening in this game. Unless you count Aec'Letec. We're not going to be, I'll tell you right now. And so there's no suspense there. I'm not going to be doing Aec'Letec.
What would you like?
I did Aec'Letec once.
Nothing to it.
Oops, that's not where I want to go. I've actually done Aec'Letec, and I've done Aec'Letec as a solo sorcerer. I think you're going the wrong way. Let's just stop in here. And it was really hard. I know that there's a trick to use Cloud Kill and just kind of annihilate him, because for some reason he's not immune to the death effect.
Whatever be what it was.
Alright. Ugh. Carrying around a spider corpse is kind of gross, actually. I did Aec'Letec as a solo sorcerer, and it was really hard. I did the trick where you use Cloud Kill, and he's for some reason not immune to the death effect. Let's go in here next. And that actually,
Can I assist you? Of course.
okay. Let's go ahead and explore the rest of this. That actually made Aec'Letec spawn on all of the cultists at once, and then nothing happened until the next turn, or not the next turn, the next round, when it checked again for the death effect on Cloud Kill.
If that's what you want.
And then that killed all of the... There were like 8 of them. That really sucked, actually. That was a really sucky thing. And it didn't give me any EXP, and I don't know why. So then I did it the long and tedious way.
Whatever you decide.
We're going to take care of Silky.
Is that all?
I think I have plenty of spells to take care of her. The long and tedious way, of course, is to distract Aec'Letec with summons, and, you know, my wand of monster summoning got a good workout there. And then you walk around, and you actually had to beat up all of the cultists yourself, because there's nobody else, you're solo. And I dual wielded
Hello there. I have a pretty proposal for you.
I dual wielded daggers, because even though that gives me a terrible to hit penalty, it doesn't matter because the cultists are held.
Yes, sir.
Greetings, mercenaries. I am Silky, thespian extraordinaire.
Yeah, she'll up your pay if you have better charisma.
Greetings, mercenaries. I am Silky, thespian extraordinaire. Very
Alright. Alright, that wasn't too bad.
got the best prices this side of Cormier.
Yeah, you can pick their pockets and get, 3 of those, but why bother? And now, if I wanted to, I could talk to Garrick and get him as a party member, but, why? That's really all I wanted, was to kill Silky. And now we're going to head back to the Friendly Arm and finish up What's-Her-Name's quest. Sell some stuff. I think that'll be it for today. If you dual-wield daggers, you can kind of go to town on those cultists, because the count is held, so your 2-hit penalty does not actually kick in. All of your attacks auto-hit. You don't have to roll.
Do it.
So that's how I did in Aec'Letec. But it was hard. It was dangerous. I went through a gigantic pack of Dispel magic scrolls. I think I had every Dispel magic scroll in the game. And I used them all because that's the only thing that gets rid of his death gaze. And I don't take Dispel magic as a pick. Even if I did, I wouldn't have enough magic.
Whatever you want.
My inn is open to all who behave themselves.
Take my quarterstaff off my hands. Do I have any scrolls to get rid of? We'll never use these. That might actually be useful. I probably won't use it, but, why not? Yeah, I need to not sell that. Although I am going to have to sell it sooner or later and recharge it. And he'll buy potions? Yes, he will. That's a lot of money. This I will never use. 50% resistance to magic. I will never use that. And the poison antidote, don't need that either.
Just ask.
So Aec'Letec's dagger is worth, I think, 1,000 gold, and that's how I'm going to be dealing with him. You just don't ever take him back to Ogol's Beard, and he's completely defeated with no effort.
A stout hammer will fix most any bandit. You cannot get better than the stability stone walls provide.
It's a sweet group of adventurers. Nice to see you again. Okay. So we got a little bit of money, a little bit of experience. Not too much of either, but we got a whole shitload from
Nothing to it.
our items that we bought. Or items that we sold.
Whatever you want.
Like I said, I think that's it for now.
If you say so.
If you get into a relationship with someone who never wants to let you out of his or her sight, wants you to check in like every couple of minutes, email them on your smartphone constantly. If they call you and you don't pick up, they start freaking out and send people to find you or trace your cell phone. That's one of Christian Grey's early tricks, is he traces her cell phone like he's Batman or something. And yeah, someone who does that to you is bad news, and you need to get out of that relationship right now, because that is abuse. And I think that's actually, like I said, it for this time. Next time, I've been thinking about what we're going to do. And I think we may actually go to this area. Not 100% sure of that. We are going to have to go back to Durlag's Tower to finish up the upper area. I'm actually really rethinking doing the basement of Durlag's Tower. I may not even go in the basement at all, because those traps are like super dangerous down there, and they've killed me multiple times. I've never gone in there on a no reload game because I've never gone in there period without getting killed at least once. Even though the Demon Knight is actually not very dangerous. And maybe I'll do, I don't know, maybe I'll do a kind of a side thing where I do a save game and then go into Durlag's Tower, and that kind of side thing will not be no reload. I'll be reloading in there. And even if I somehow manage to make it through there completely without dying at any point, when I'm done with Durlag's Tower, I'll reload it back when I did the original save before I went down there, so that I won't actually have all that EXP from the basement of Durlag's Tower, and it'll kind of be like a non-canon thing where I went in the basement. Just, I probably won't show you the whole thing. If I do that, I probably won't show you the whole thing. I'll just show you me killing the Demon Knight, because the Demon Knight is actually really not dangerous. Getting to the Demon Knight is super dangerous. It's really hard. And it's not the things that stand in between you. It's the fucking traps. Some of those traps are like charm traps. In fact, when I go to get the tome, it's got a trap right on it. And I think it's such a charm trap. So I'm going to have to use my greenstone amulet to bypass that trap, because there's no other way for me to get by it. And there are a lot of traps down there, and some of them I think are charm traps, and I'm not 100% sure of which ones they are. There is a trap down there that some people think is invariably deadly, which is the one that fires arrows at you like really quick. That one is not. That one's actually pretty easy to survive. That one's not a problem at all. It's the charm traps and the flame strike traps, which do a shitload of damage. And if I fail my save and the trap gets a good roll, it could actually kill me, even though I have quite a few hit points now. 66 hit points is not enough to survive a flame strike trap that gets a good roll, and I miss my save. So yeah, I don't really like depending on luck when I'm doing a no reload game, and that would definitely be me depending on luck. So if I do go into Durlag's Tower, I'll do a save into the basement. I'll do a save right before I go into the basement, and then kind of do that as a side thing, and then I will not use that save file to continue the main game, because I just don't want to take the risk. But yeah, we're probably gonna go to someplace much less dangerous next time, which would be right here. But join me then. Later.